Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's episode we are going to show you how to build the cheapest bed for your van. So for this video we are mainly using parts from the IKEA. The first one is the beam. It's called Scorva and it goes sideways in the van. You can easily adjust it for your van size. You can make it bigger or smaller, so it works with any kind of van. The second one is the bed sleds. We went with a little bit of a luxury one, so you can adjust the tilt of the headrest. The third element that we are using is a small replacement part that you can request on their website. Small replacement part doesn't have a name, but I will put the part number on the screen so you can order it as well.
So in order to place the bed, we're going to use a couple of tools. We're going to start with a pointer. With this we're just going to make sure that the hole is in the right place. And after we will of course drill the holes. We're using different sizes of drill bits. We work our way up to a size 11, but we start smaller because the metal is quite hard. So with this it's easier to get through. You can also add some hammerite. We decided to do it just because you have some exposed metal when you drill through the van, and the hammerite is going to prevent the rust. After we will put a metal plug in the wall to give this extra security, and we use this special rift knot tool for it. We just got it from Amazon. And then of course we have the bolts in order to attach the pieces of the bed. We chose for a size 8 just to have a good strong structure. And then of course we also have to attach the bolts. So we decided to use 3 of the metal beams just because our bed is going to be in the length of the van. We're just quite long and the width of the van is going to be too short. You could, I think, do it with 2 beams, but just to be extra secure, we decided to go with 3 beams. We already put the first one up, but we'll show you now how we'll do the other ones.
So we made the first holes that fit the screw itself. However, when you want to put in the rivet knot, that needs a bigger hole. So we are going to go with a bigger size and extend them. The next step is to hammerite. The advantage of the spray version that it dries really fast, like 30 minutes, and you have a heat gun, you can also help it with it to speed up the process. When you have the wall dried, you can start putting in the rivet knots. These are actually working in the same way as you would use plugs for drywall or normal concrete wall. However, because we work with metal, you need more force. So you will apply it with these 2 handles. You have to select the correct size for it, so it's number 8 for us. Then you have to push it in your hole and apply force so that it locks in. And then you can just easily screw it out. There you go, you have your rivet knot in. And when you have everything ready, you can just put up your mount. Just like that, you have a bed mount installed. We continued working on the installation of the bed mount on the other side of the van using the same process as before. First making the holes, then using some hammerite paint to prevent rust, then inserting our rivets, and lastly bolting on our mount. have the second beam up, it's time to put on the bed sled. Now this is the real step. We have the bed sled in. We don't have the walls up yet, so we will have to move it away a little bit, a few centimeters, so everything fits there. But look at that. You never know how big your van is until you have the bed in. I can also show it from the other side. Just looks amazing. We will still include one bar in the middle to make it extra secure, but otherwise it's looking really neat.
The last beam was super easy since we were familiar with the process already. There is one thing you really have to watch out for: not to drill too deep, otherwise you might hit the outside of the van.
So guys, this is our way of making the bed for the camper. We found it really easy. Obviously we have seen it before on YouTube as well. We are not the first one trying this method with the brackets and stuff. It was a pretty fast process actually. We spent half a day on it, so surprisingly fast. And no mistakes were made this time, and it's holding on. We hope you like this video. We will leave all the parts and tools below, and see you in the next one.